Guten Tag und herzlich willkommen an der Single Malt Review. Wir heißen Dave und Tim und heute machen wir eine Reise. September ist schon mal vorbei, deshalb sind wir ein bisschen zu spät für Oktoberfest, aber es ist noch Oktober. So, we're going to take a quick look at Oktoberfest, Bavaria's finest old tradition of beer and frivolity and festiveness, via some authentically festive beer.
We sure as hell are. Welcome to the Single Malt Review. Perfectly executed German intro there from Dave. As they would say in Germany, mein Deutsch ist schlecht. So I will leave it at that.
I'm also a little rusty, but hey, at least my degree is finally coming in useful for something.
There we go. We knew it was. We were just saving it up.
Yes.
Right. So we're really just going to drink some beer here today. It was a rope-a-dope all along, and you've enabled us. Oh no. But never mind. Oktoberfest is great because we get special beers that now actually make their way all the way down to New Zealand, so we can enjoy a bit of we can get our fest on not quite the opposite side of the world, but certainly far enough away, and sometimes they're even for the current year, like this one, which was very surprising. So we are going to enjoy some of this Festbier, which I should have looked up a bit more about. We're going to go in a mystery. It is more or less just a Munich Helles, so a lovely German lager, but brewed a little bit stronger. Just to get you in the October zone that much faster, they brew it up to, what's this one? This one is 5.6%, so just a smidge stronger, and we're going to enjoy it. Do yours first, Dave, because I don't know what's going to happen when I pour beer into this monstrosity. A foaming nightmare, presumably.
Now, you didn't attend Oktoberfest on your trip to Germany.
No, I damned near did get to Oktoberfest. I was in Munich about 4 days before it was due to start. So I did do the Brauhaus pilgrimage, walked around that city with this massive man-sized pretzel looking like an idiot. But it was a tour of the Oktoberfest right before it was about to happen. It was a bit like the Langoliers hadn't come yet. And so it was a tour of all of the beer halls sort of being set up and the chairs being put out and the bunting going up. And so I got to be sort of in the way of Oktoberfest. I still drank plenty of beer, don't worry. But yes, was very politely told to sort of go away and sit in the non-operational area while the real Oktoberfest was sort of constructed around me, which was its own special in its own way. This is by Kaiserdom, who do these massive 1 litre cans. Which it's a novelty all on its own, no matter what's in it. So this
unless you're in Germany, in which case that is your standard. So.
Yeah, well, if you're in Germany and you're in Oktoberfest, that's the size of your cup. 1 litre, which is just proof that they know how to do it better over there. None of this 440ml nonsense.
Oktoberfest has been going for a bit over 200 years now. Contrary to the name, it actually ends in early October, goes from middle of September until about October 3rd or 5th or so. And nowadays celebrates all things Bavarian, food and drink especially, but also just local art, food, again, music, culture, and tourists wearing slightly tacky outfits.
Yes, indeed. These ones are. They probably don't look like completely authentic examples, and they're not. But they did come from Munich, so they're as authentic as that. Munich people did at least, if not touch them, look at them at one stage. So more authentic than not.
The beer itself is nice and straightforward recipe, fully in compliance with the old famous German Reinheitsgebot, the beer purity laws. Contains all of 4 ingredients. There is malted barley, hops, water, and yeast, and nothing else.
Nothing else whatsoever. I was just talking about that on my radio slot, which I don't think these audiences converge, and they should not. So don't look for it. But we were talking beer and how German beer is slowly creeping out from the Reinheitsgebot shadow and the developing craft beer scene over there. The Reinheitsgebot was we're going to drink the beer. I know you're drink it. Come on, saying close the video. No, I'm going to talk about the Reinheitsgebot first. Then you can say you've learned something. When that was introduced, the German purity law was, I forget the exact date, but like many things that were introduced, it was mostly about lobbying. It was mostly about we have to get these beers all lined up we have to regulate them. We have to, because this industry is too big to be too independent. We can't have anyone spoiling the image of crisp, clean German beer.
Was a big deal in that sort of produce all across Europe for centuries.
And the result of which, German beer and the reputation of it went bananas and became the absolute biggest thing in the world. The style migrated across to US and it dictated the style over there, destroyed English beer forever, pour one out for an ale across the board, really. And it's only in the last few decades, the dawn of craft beer, that these sort of things have come back. Unless you are in, deepest, darkest Surrey or Kent, where, the homeland, the last vestige of these older style ales, or Belgian, it's its own weirdo thing there, but it just doesn't happen anymore. Lager, German style lager, took over the planet in terms of beer. So you couldn't say that it was an unsuccessful operation, because it all came down to that pure reputation. But it did mean it was a bit formulaic. I don't know if I could even work in a German brewery, because you're just making exactly the same beer day in, day out, and it's an exercise in and reliability. There's the creativity just doesn't exist.
Well, Germany does also bring us the Kölsch and the Berliner Weisse and the Gose.
Yeah, true.
There's flexibility.
The Berliner Weisse, a direct result of the Reinheitsgebot, because the Berliner Weisse on its own does comply right until the syrup goes in. So that was kind of a rope-a-dope to get around that one. You'd serve the Weissbier, and then you'd put a cordial in on the table, and so it would transubstantiate into not beer anymore, but you'd already sold it. No laws were broken.
And Gose using very lightly salted water.
Indeed. All right, now we're going to drink it. Finally, we're going to release you from this purgatory. I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to do this. I suspect this tankard was not actually
with care
meant for drinking, but
it is an impressively banana-y aroma. It's sort of like a bit of a Belgian beer note to it, interestingly.
Oh, that wasn't too bad.
Oh, that's outstanding.
So yeah,
that's big banana esters there. I'm guessing it's a yeast which is similar to the strains which populate Belgian beer.
It could be a Dunkel yeast. I'm not sure exactly which one they will have used. They'll have their own special recipe for making Festbier.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that is that lovely, smooth, not quite buttery. It's just it's almost
sweet.
Creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah. German beer has a fresh, good condition German beer. It's got this barley, wheaty creaminess to it, and it does have quite a sweet element. It's because the hopping there is very, very light, and the hops there are quite understated. They're using a Hallertau Blanc or something like that, something endemic to the region, rather than our crazy hops that are designed, or crazy bitterness, or both usually in the case of New Zealand brewing. But yeah, producing these lovely smooth drinking beers, boy, it is a craft of, it's an exercise in perfection rather than creativity, I think, but very, very German in that regard. Let's try this again.
It's quite smashing. It's a proper thirst quencher, but has a lot of flavour too.
And it's just got that tiny lace of heat to it, that tiny lace of, this beer is slightly stronger than usual, and if you've got a litre of it, then you are already in trouble, because you're probably going to have several more and then become a problem.
Join the queue for the Waterloos.
Indeed. But no, lovely stuff. If you can find it, if you are really anywhere in the world, if you're in Germany, happy Oktoberfest. If I get this up really quick, then it's probably still the last few vestigial days. And for everyone else, hunt yourself down some of this or different, and give it a wee try, because I think it's fascinating stuff, and it really is pretty jolly good beer as well. Just make sure it's not from last year, because then it will suffer somewhat.
Well, this one is best before 2026, so it's got some.
No, this is a good one, but I have encountered ones on shelves that have been from is Oktoberfest past, and they are not built to age. Funnily enough.
That is, Kaiserdom Festbier, the original Bavarian, the Originale Bayerische.
Yeah. No, lovely stuff. Let's see if we can do a cheers with these without something without destroying the southern hemisphere.
There we go.
And I'll do the gimmick now. I don't know if they say in Germany, if your tankard isn't playing music, it's too small, but that seems like a saying I'd have. Here we go. Oh, it's obnoxious. If anyone knows what that tune's from, I'll bet it's some, Heidi High beer hall song, but I don't know. I hope it stops soon, though. Well, imagine a room of these going off. That would be intolerable. All right, I'm going to get out of this dress, and we're going to get back to the whiskey content. Thank you for joining us. Cheers.
Cheers.
What do they say? Prost.